We should never allow the government to decide what is acceptable speech and what is unacceptable speech. We should penalize behaviors, not opinions, and not speech. If you start trying to regulate speech, you start trying to regulate thoughts, you start trying to regulate beliefs rather than behaviors, there's no way that you're not going to abridge the constitutional rights of millions of Americans.
مرحبا، اسمي عمران دقنيش. كان عمري 3 سنين ونص لما ضربوا الغارات الجوية الروسية على حلب. أكيد شفتوني هديك الليلة في سيارة الإسعاف يوم 17/8/2016، واليوم أنا أفضل بكتير. أنا صورت هذا الفيديو عشان أسأل عيلتي شو اسم أمي. إذا ممكن أي شخص يساعدني أنا بقدره كتير. من فضلكم أروني شخص أحضنه زي أبويا محمد الخير، أبو علي، أخواتي رؤى وتقي وعبد الله. أنا لسه ما بعرف اسم أمي، رجاء ساعدوني في معرفته. أحب كل من يهتم بي وما زال يريد أن يعرف كيف هي عائلتي في حلب. لن أنسى أبدا لطفكم. مع السلامة.
عزيزي أبو علي، أنت رجل مبارك له العديد من الأطفال المحبين، رؤى، تقي، عبد الله، وعمران صغير، يرجى معانقتهم كل يوم. أخبرهم أننا نتمنى أن نتمكن من احتضان كل منهم في الصداقة والحب. عزيزي عمران، نحن نحبك. العالم كله يهتم بك وبعائلتك. إذا سمعت هذه الرسالة يرجى مشاركة صورة لنفسك وهي ترتدي قميص القط. نود أن نرى كم أنت أفضل اليوم في حلب.
عمران، ما اسم والدتك؟
A shocking and pitiful image has given a new face to the war raging in Syria. So many have seen and shared pictures of this traumatized little boy after his rescue following an airstrike in Syria's largest city. He's being treated in the same secret underground hospital we took you inside earlier this week. And as our Richard Engel reports, he's brought new attention to a war many accuse the world of ignoring.
His name is Omran Daknesh, just 5 years old, and his feet barely hung over the edge of a seat in an ambulance. Dazed, he didn't cry as he wiped away blood and the dust from a building that collapsed around him in an airstrike. His silence somehow reminded the world today of its silence in the face of the atrocities in Aleppo. Omran was pulled out alive Wednesday. 5 other children died when the building they were in was hit during the relentless Syrian-Russian offensive on rebel-held areas in Aleppo. The image of Omran's face spread like wildfire on the internet. One tweet called him the real representative of the Syrian people.
Stop killing Syrian innocent people, civilian. Our children need to live in peace.
The doctor who treated Omran said today there were many more severe cases no one is paying attention to.
We need to protect our hospital, our doctors, our medical workers from airstrike.
Omran was recovering. His family now wants to escape. The same choice another boy's family made a year ago, Aylan Kurdi, whose body washed up on a beach. He too was a symbol of Syria's youngest victims. Now there's a new one. Tomorrow there may be another. Richard Engel, NBC News.
Introducing the Viacom International Clothers Group, authentic and licensed apparel from the animators WHO brought you SpongeBob and Cat Dog, among many animated characters from Nickelodeon. Now apparel is available for the first time, some last seen on the market some 30 years ago. To commemorate this revolutionary apparel collection, Viacom International Clothers presents the vintage and authentic first issue Cat Dog shirt. This graphic was made infamous in 2016 when a 3-year-old boy in Aleppo, Syria was seen wearing it in an ambulance one summer's night after the horrible attack by Russian and rebels airstriked his neighborhood. Not seen since the original series of Cat Dog aired in the 1990s, this can be yours again for the unbelievable collector's price of just $250. Own a piece of Americana with this first issue release from Viacom International's exclusive marketing campaign of tees and shorts accessories. Be watching for additional information, price subject to change without notice. Coming from Viacom International Research and Development Labs in Kansas City. For millennia, people have wanted to capture their loved one in a way that could be relived and remembered. Only through film could they do this, but through the miracle of artificial intelligence can this dream be realized by means of recreating a person into a lifelike android of a sort. Through the ever-expanding abilities of the computer technology of artificial life forms, we present the first AI child replica of a small boy who captured the hearts of millions around the world one night in Halab, Syria. August 17, 2016, a community outside the city experienced an airstrike by Russian and rebel forces. Bombarding this area of the city, a child and his family miraculously survived the attacks and were rescued that night by the White Helmets team who brought them to safety. Scientists have, within the past decade, perfected an artificial intelligence which they named Sophia. Now 7 generations later, the technology has been advanced to the level that meets every human being's wishes for a child who would capture anyone's hearts and feelings. Little Amran Daknesh reached up to his head, wiped the blood from his injuries and captivated the world's attention of the plight that is constantly being suffered around the world in every nation by children. Now Viacom International Research and Development Laboratories offers the world a marvel of science and human ingenuity. No person except Elvis Presley has so reached the hearts of all peoples of all nations like Amran Daknesh. His image reached every newspaper, every social media outlet, and every network around the world that night after the attacks. Then, nothing was heard about little Amran again. A year later in June 2017, Amran's father came forth to tell the world that little Amran was alive and well in Alo. His sister and brother were also okay, but his elder brother Ali had been killed during the fighting. Now you can relive that night we all saw him in the ambulance, reach out to him through this artificial intelligence and hug him, kiss him, care for him, love and comfort him as his parents did that night. Remember his suffering and reflect on the reality that such horrors still exist in the world today, but you can do something to stop it as well. Every cell of this artificial intelligence will help advance the safety and security of children around the world. Through UNICEF, the United Nations Child Emergency Relief Fund, we will secure a portion of your purchase towards this effort to stop child cruelty and suffering around the world. Computer science has done so much to expand our horizons in space and technology, it is only proper that the first child I would be a small boy who reached out to an unknowing world about his people in Alo. No one would ever want to see Amran suffer as he did, but by remembering his experiences that night, we hope to kindle that same fire for change that brought his people's plight to the world's attention. Always remember Amran Daknesh, always remember his people, by your own artificial intelligence child of Amran Daknesh. Sales from this AI are anticipated to surpass $55 billion as of its first release. Be watching for more information. As the scientific community sees the need for interaction of human and machine, the more they will see the ever-expanding need for more therapeutic and rehabilitational options as artificial intelligence assistants such as Amran. Women disregard human life today. Now science can offer an alternative to the murder of innocent children who die each day through the atrocity of abortion by preserving a child's love, need for meaning, and respect from others through this revolutionary means of self-expression. Many will say such technology is only military in need, but we disagree. Our endeavors to bring happiness to children through animation, clothing, and now intellectual enlightenment will mean a totally different understanding of the human condition. Children need understanding of who they are in society, how they can better its involvement in their development. Now through artificial intelligence we can merge these all together, to help mankind and himself become a better person. A child is the world's hope for tomorrow. Now through artificial intelligence children, we can capture their love for life and transform that into a world of compassion for others, reaching those who are alone and afraid. On behalf of Viacom International Research and Development Laboratories, we thank you for your attention to this innovative concept and human understanding through artificial intelligence. Together we can remember a child's suffering and bring awareness to the world that all life matters, all children matter, all people matter. Through tolerance, we all will come closer together in love, caring, and outreach for each other.